Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, Nintendo Switch, and Atari. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about PlayStation 4 emulation on PC with PS4, and this is extremely good news. According to Control Execute on Twitter, who has been extremely accurate with this PS4 stuff, Dark Souls Remaster is now booting. Not playable, but booting, and this is a huge step forward for PS4 emulation. But moving on and going back a few generations, talking about PS2 emulation on PC now with PCSX2. And PCSX2 also just got a brand new update. So if you head to PCSX2.net, click on download and check out the latest nightly build. At the time of filming, it's version 1.7.3761. But as of version 1.7.3759, which was also released today, there's a brand new feature for USB devices. This new feature is mainly geared towards gamepad users. It's a power curve option for steering wheel axis. And basically what it does is it dampens steering to make things a little bit more smooth for you at the expense of possibly accuracy. If you have a real steering wheel with PCSX2, you don't need to worry about this. And not to be outdone, next up we're talking about PS2 emulation on Android with Aether SX2. All hail the blue cube. Aether SX2 also got a brand new update, and it also has to deal with USB devices. It is worth pointing out that this update is not yet available on the Google Play Store. It's considered a testing update. To pick it up, head to aethersx2.com, click on download. From here, scroll down to Closed Testing Alpha and click on it. Click on the top folder and you'll see it right at the very top here. Version 1.5-3525. This is 100% free. So along with a whole bunch of updates compared to the Google Play Store version, including a whole bunch of performance updates, there's a brand new feature that says add USB device emulation. It's still a work in progress. I do find it extremely interesting that the developers of Aether SX2 said they were taking some time off to recuperate. But if you take a look at this changelog on their experimental build, it doesn't really look like they took any time off. Performance updates, bug fixes, and brand new features. Aether SX2 continues to be on fire. And speaking about being on fire, next up we're talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on Android with Skyline, and Skyline also's got a brand new build. So mainline version 1622 has just released, and it's got some Skyline Edge changes in it. So Skyrim is in-game and looking a lot better. Someone has Devil May Cry 3 up and running using a MediaTek G80 with a Mali GPU, and it's running at about 18 frames per second. This alone is impressive, and it's only going to get better. Bayonetta 2 is up and running, and on this person's Poco X3 Pro, it's running between 48 and almost up to 60 frames per second in some places. And it looks like someone's got Metroid Dread up and running at 60 frames per second and looking great. And now switching over to PC, but still talking about Nintendo Switch emulation, and this time about Yuzu. And Yuzu's also got a brand new update to the mainline version. Version 1279 has just dropped. We've got a whole bunch of bug fixes and a fix here for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The hero path function should now render correctly on the world map. Next up, we're talking about Atari Jaguar emulation with BigPEmu, and BigPEmu has just released version 1.03. It contains a command line bug fix, so if you're on version 1.02, I wouldn't say this is a must update, but at the same time there is an update for you. And last up, we're talking about the Steam Deck, and Steam Deck OS version 3.4, which is the stable version, has just released. We've got bug fixes, improvements, and brand new features. Now there's a ton of information here, so I will drop a link to this article in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. At a really high level, yes, performance is improved. With the bug fixes, there's a whole bunch of stuff that was fixed, including Street Fighter V inputs, GPU stuff, clock stuff, and sleep stuff. And there was also an update to fix some issues with the Steam Deck dock and HDMI 2.0 displays. On top of that, using certain controllers like the Hori Fighting Stick Alpha should no longer cause random crashes. There's now support for the 8BitDo Ultimate Controller's wireless dongle. There's new touchscreen gestures. And there's also a brand new option to allow screen tearing. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. The emulator developers continue to impress, and Valve continues to impress with the Steam Deck. We talked about a whole bunch of that today, so let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.